I'll speed this up a little bit because I already recorded this once and it froze on me, and so I lost it. I'll kind of speed through this quick and just basically give the highlights. Which is really annoying. I can't believe I spent 15 minutes doing that for it to lock up on me. But anyway, I see where I spawn, and I'm the closest one to see, so I figure I should try and go get it. As, you know, cap points in a map this big are pretty important. So I go into C and start capping. I thought about lobbing some torpedoes down where that Zhao is, but I think I think against it because I noticed that Atago's coming up, and he would have been basically right in my line of fire had I launched. So I keep capping, you know, stay on the alert in case the cap stops and I know a destroyer's in here. So I cap it and start moving on. I again think about, you know, launching some torpedoes through the gap because I'm pretty sure I could get him through there before the Atago goes through, but I decide against it because you'll see me check the range here. Yeah, like right there. If I screw up and, you know, my team pushes across there, I could basically just crossfire my own team. So I hold my fire and I just don't bother and I move on. As I need to start getting south because well, that's where all the red guys are. Let's speed this up. Speedboat. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not funny. Or at least I don't think I am. But yeah. So start moving into B because I want to try and hit that Yamato because I want to keep him from basically shitting all over my team. Which is what Yamatos do when you only have tier 9 battleships on your team. And not your own Yamato. Or even at least a Montana. They just basically crap on everything. Bzz. Yeah, sorry. It's my phone alerting me of the hockey game that I'm missing to try and redo this recording. So I noticed the Shimakaze because foolishly he opens up on the Atago, which I don't know why he did because he launched torps at the guy, which now go straight through his face, but alerted me to his presence a hell of a lot earlier. So I got a great drop on him, and it's really hard to torp a DD unless they're sailing broadside, not expecting it. And so I think he was just starting to angle towards C, and jingle, 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 cat. So he starts angling towards C, and I boop the shit out of him. Of which he is not appreciative of my booping, and gets rather salty with me. Well, if you play a destroyer long enough, you screw up sometimes. It happens, and you usually pay for it.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Much like driving a cruiser. Except with a destroyer, it's usually much more immediate. So now I'm thinking, great, I can finally go back towards the Yamato, completely forgetting about the Fubuki. Which is great. Also notice the horribad turn rate of my guns, and the awesome camo that the Kagero gets with the 5th captain skill, which I just got a couple of games ago. It's very nice. 5.4. Kinda great. So I start shooting at him. And shooting at him. And shooting at him. I accidentally slowed it down, but the jitter was kind of annoying me. Anyway, let's speed it back up. So, well, I didn't kill him that shot, but I eventually do kill him. I'm pretty sure with that one. Yep, and he's dead. Alright, great. The poor guy really didn't have much of a chance. I was at full health. He was not. I'm pretty sure our Fletchers were shooting at him too. I couldn't really tell who was. I think they were the only two close enough to actually do it. So now I'm thinking, great, I can finally go shoot the Yamato. Or is it Yamato? feel free to tell me I'm wrong, because my wife does it all the time. Yeah, alright. I'm chasing this guy down. And did I mention how big this map apparently feels? It's huge. I don't know why. It feels like it takes forever to get anywhere. So, the Yamato, having basically noticed that the Fletchers are there, has been driving like, I don't know, an erratic old person, basically. Possibly somebody that's hit the meh. So I'd switch off of him. The replay doesn't show it, but I'm actually targeting the North Carolina right now because he's been sailing relatively straight. And I didn't want to try and waste a shot on a battleship that's, one, traveling away from me, and two, traveling 180 degrees away from me and would just have an easy-ass time dodging. Unfortunately, what I didn't count on was the Kagero most likely detecting my torpedoes that were going right by him, thus giving this idiot, who I should have just completely obliterated, plenty of warning to turn. Away from the torpedoes, no less. Although, I don't blame him for not wanting to turn towards an Iowa, but he just got erased by the Yamato. Or no, he got erased by the Kagero. What the hell? Oh, he must have stealth fired. I didn't notice that before. And there goes my other cat running for her life. Yeah. So he basically managed to fit his North Carolina ass first through my torpedo spread, which is great. And it was only launched at about 10 kilometers, too. So, yeah. Not as easy as it looks. I think about launching at the Kagero. I mean, I can see him still. But the Yamato, who I really wanted to shoot at, has disappeared because he's now in the smoke cloud. Great. But he's finally reappeared. Yay! So I launch at him, finally. 13 minutes into the match. Now again, that annoying little prick of an enemy destroyer, I'm fairly certain detects the torpedoes again. Or this Yamato was turning already, or I don't know. Because he's pointing towards the Tirpitz and then does a hard right. I don't know why. I really would like to know why he started turning. If it was something he detected or if it was one of his teammates, because, yeah. That entire spread, that should have been pretty good. Yeah, he only eats one. Yeah, that's right. I've landed a whopping 2 torpedo hits this match. Now, granted, 2 of the 3 spreads I've launched have actually gotten 1 hit, but you can see the torpedo bulge that thing has. I only did 9,000 damage to him, whereas I 1-hit KO'd a Shimakaze for 17. I think these do, I don't know, 19,000 or so per torpedo. But yeah, you'll never hit a Yamato that hard unless it's like bow or ass first, which at that point it doesn't matter anyway because you only hit them with 1 to begin with. So I know for a fact this Kagero is definitely going to be coming towards A, especially once I start capping because, well, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? He knows I'm there. He wants to try and at least delay me capping or possibly kill me if he can. And I know he's probably launched torps. Well, at least I haven't thought that yet, but as soon as I launch mine through there, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to have done the same as soon as I started capping. So I start turning, because I know they're going to be here soon. And there they are. And I make this way closer than it should have been. I greatly, I don't know, underestimated, overestimated how close that one behind me was going to be. And he pulls off a pretty nice dodge, too. I apologize for my gun skills in this video. I haven't gotten to play in a couple of days, and I rarely use my guns on this thing anyway, because, hey, like that other Shimakaze, yeah, it usually just gets you killed quicker, especially at this tier. So I landed a pretty good volley on him there, and I've capped A, but we're still behind on points, so I want to try and kill this guy
Our victory is in sight.
as soon as I can to buy us a point lead. And instead of trying to go around the far side of the island, I swing back, thinking that maybe he's going to try and launch another volley through here or something. I don't know. I turned around for whatever reason, and unfortunately for him, he did too. And I show off my craptacular gun skills again. I mean, I've got him down to 1,000 hit points at this point. I mean, it's a single volley. But he was dodging like a crazy man. I mean, he was cutting his engine, dodging, weaving, doing pretty much everything he could to preserve his health and still somewhat return fire, which, I mean, you look at one front gun, so it was pretty much a losing proposition for him no matter what. Yeah, I also had I had a couple no damage criticals on him too, but I finally finished him off. So now I'm thinking, I want to hit to B and try and stop the points they're getting from that cap at least. Because we've got 2 points, so, you know, as long as our Hindenburg doesn't die, and credit to that guy, I don't know what he did up there, but, I mean, he's probably one of the true heroes of this match. He doesn't die. I don't know what he did, or how he did it. Like, using islands, or what. Because it's kind of hard to tell. I don't remember how tall that island is he's hiding behind. But yeah, he even resets the cap too. Like, sneaks in a little shot on the Yamato. Right about right about there, and just awesome. But stop the recording here. We went out on points. I never actually make it to B. I need to figure out how to add screenshots to the end of this, like Arun and the other guys do. Anyway, this was a close win that we should have lost.